Say if you're playing in big games in May, then you're doing something right, and it doesn't get much bigger than this. Welcome everybody to England students versus France universities. It is a bank holiday banger in the Coventry sunshine. Delighted to have your company wherever you're watching around the world, and delighted to have the company of a two-time England students tourist, a two-time England students winner, Charlie Titcombe. Charlie, we're in the sunshine, despite you coming dressed like the black sheep of the family. This is a big occasion for these guys, isn't it?
Yeah, no, it is. It's obviously an opportunity to represent your country for both sides. You know, and some players are obviously going to go on and do things in the professional game, no doubt, but it's a great opportunity for them to represent their country with boys they've been playing against the whole year. So no, they'll cherish this and they'll be ready and raring to go, I've got no doubt.
Well, you're one of those players, of course, coming to the end of your first season properly entrenched in the professional game. But let's take it back to the first time you became aware that you were going to be selected for England students. How did you find out, and what did that mean to you at that stage of your career?
It was just they announced a wider squad, and then I got a phone call from Darren Fern, then basically just saying we want to put you in the 23-man squad and play against France at Kingston Park. So it wasn't something I was massively sort of familiar with at the time, but being a part of it for a couple of years has been it was really good, and you make some real good friends for life that we're still in touch with now, and luckily we got 2 wins, so it made it a little bit better.
Well, I'm looking forward to finding out about a lot more of those memories as this afternoon progresses, but in the meantime, here's something to get you a bit excited.
Culmination of a season and the greatest honour that can be bestowed upon a university student in England selected for their country to take on the mighty French. Yes, it is the academic version of Le Crunch. We're delighted to be here for a massive
England students versus France universities. This feels like a proper test match, and for those like yourself who are so detail orientated, the preparation must be completely different, because not only have you got a short amount of time to bond with a new team, but you're trying to research a team that you've got no idea about. Talk us through what that process is like.
Yeah, it's difficult to do much sort of pre-game analysis, especially when the team's obviously, it's a one-off fixture. So it's more just sort of focusing on yourself, focusing on your own game, trying to build those connections between your positional groups, and trying to go out, I think, with a really simple game plan to execute. And I think it's not going to be perfect from both sides, but I think the way you fight for each other and try and react from those mistakes, I guess that's probably who's going to come out on top, who reacts best to those.
So how did France play compared to your expectations of how France played across those two tests?
Yeah, so France, notoriously, they have a big pack and backs the like to jouer, as they would say, but yeah, they came out, they put the jouer in the game. We probably kicked a lot more than they thought we would. They were running a lot of ball in 30-degree heat last year, so again, probably a hot day, a dry day on a 4G track. They'll probably be looking to do the same, move the ball, get their back three into the game, and yeah, just try and run from everywhere. So England will have to stay alive for that.
A Charlie Titcombe team kicking it from everywhere. Who'd have thought it? Two great coaches in charge of these two great groups. Daz Fern in charge of England, Jean-Henri in charge of France, and this is what they had to say ahead of kickoff. So here we go again. It is England versus France back in England, and after the last couple of years it feels as though France have got a bit of a point to prove. Tell us about the team that you brought here to try and get victory today.
Yes, we lose the last season in Terrasson in France, and there is 2 seasons ago we lose in Newcastle in the last minute, and there is the goal kick here in front of me. So for me it's not a good memories. So now this season we want to win this game, and we know that this game is very important for us because it's just one game for the French student team. So now we want to win the crunch.
When you bring together a team like this for such a short period of time, how do you bond them? How do you make them feel like a team?
So now we stay in Warwick University and we work 3 days with the team, and you know, when you have just 3 days to prepare the match, it's not enough, and now the student, because they are very intelligent, so they prepare the plan of the game, and they work together and they share together the game. And so now today we think that we work with a very good spirit together.
Looking at your roster, it's an incredibly talented group of players. We've got a clear day, we've got a hard track. Can we expect some top quality rugby from you today?
Yes, we play today in Coventry, so we play with a synthetic field. So we know that with synthetic the game is very fast, faster than if we play with on the grass. So we want to make a good passing game. We want to play fast, and I hope that I hope that
can really set the stall out early doors. So an opportunity for England here to stop France's first scrum attack.
So let's talk about this front row then. Pierre Castillon, Julian Ratachak and Raphael Kayela. For France, it's Hancock, Fletcher and Hancock, the two Hancock. 102 scrum penalties in Buck Super Rugby this year. But Ratachak, a France under 20. Castillon and Kayela regulars in the Espoirs League, the under 21s for France. That is a big, bulky carry. Be plenty of that from this French team today. But England meet them in midfield. Knocked on by France, finds itself in the hands of Callum Hancock. Big slab of man wearing number 3. Still scrum advantage for England. Ewan Price-Thomas finds Louis Kirkham in the channel on the right-hand side. First opportunity then for England. Rhys Price, the heartbreak scrum half. Helped on by Meredith. He'll be kicking goals today. Ball over the top is a good one. Now some space. First touch for Pepper, but we come back for the forward pass. England trying to take the handbrake off, but it's just drifted forward.
I think that's something that's going to be really threatening for England this whole game. They've got ball players across the whole back line in Matthews, McCaig and Meredith, and Price-Thomas at 15 as well. Even a 9 on the wing. So they'll be looking to link up, get the ball into these edges. That was unlucky there from McCaig, but a good decision nonetheless.
Well, the first scrum was a good contest.
Nice and steady before the ball's parade. Okay.
Nathan Ougem playing lock for the French today. He played in all of Stade Francais Challenge Cup games last season. Benetton and Lions home and away. Like the pedigree. And his lock partner, Lilian Rinaldo. He's with Racing Espoirs now, formerly with Montpellier Espoirs. Played a lot of senior rugby in Fédérale 2 this year, but oh, France are going to have to reset that. Ratachak missed the hook. If you miss that hook and then all the pressure comes through the front row, you just can't lift your feet off the floor. In terms of the locks for England, Jay Ecclesfield. He's one of the players who hasn't played in Buck Super Rugby this year. Nottingham Trent Sports Scholar. He's into double figures in terms of appearances for Nottingham in the Championship. Plays with former England student James Cherry. Plays a lot in the back row as well, but shifted up into the lock for this one alongside Will Jeans. 6'7" giant from Bath. Here's Thibaut Carré. Up the short side they go. Eto Orcad. Dealt with well by his opposite number, Kirkham. Coming up to 4 minutes. Good shot, good physicality by England in midfield. That bouncing ball up to Antoine Lair. This is Sean. Lovely offload by Sean, and away goes Lair. Chips, chases his own kick. If it sits up, this could be glorious, and it is. Antoine Lair opens the scoring for France with a beauty.
Yeah, D-Rod, we spoke at the start of the game, before the game, about that French jouet, and they've started off strong there.
Well, Antoine Lair, one of those players with Pro D2 experience, made his debut for Colomiers, and he's linked up there with Paul Champ, who is lethal in his own right. Stade Francais, Champions Cup and top 14, and that is a dangerous link-up. Started just about on their own 22. Sometimes, when you take the gamble like that, you deserve the payoff, and that's what Antoine Lair got there. Arrouti to add the 2. Job done. 5 minutes gone. England 0, France 7. And I'm sure England will have been relatively pleased with how they were defending in the midfield there, but it just shows that if you switch off for a second, you'll be punished, as Meredith sends that to the main stand. Again, England have challenged that. They've got it, and it's Callum Hancock takes it to ground. Reece Price tipped on to Durrell. One of 3 returners to the squad. Played 7 last year, 6 this year. Nathan James says the knock-on advantage is over, but England inside the France half. That's Connor Hancock on the loose head. The arms out for advantage again. Meredith, chip over the top, looking for Forsyth, who gathers that kick well. Rises high, the open side flanker. Urquhart is over it. And we'll go back for the penalty.
Offside. Got numbers, boys. Numbers, please. Whole back line, okay?
Now, what are you doing here? Charlie Titcombe, are you going posts or are you going corner?
Well, it looks like Morgan's going to the corner, so looks like they're going to get that maul on. But it's a test match. It's going to be a tight game. You don't want to go chasing the game too early, but...
Well, they will back themselves in the line-out. They've got plenty of options. It will be run by Durrell, who runs the line-out for Exeter University, and he is the target. Double boost for France, which means England can get a shove on with them all.
Don't change.
And Ollie Fletcher can get himself in a good position. Rinaldo is making things awkward.
Play on, mate.
And there is Fletcher.
Blue, rock,
Newcastle University.
Good work.
Newcastle Falcon as well. Lucas Durrell, 6 metres short as England look to immediately respond through Ecclesfield. Good carry, 2 metres short. Price is in there. Tommy Matthews once. Rips it out the back and it's a little bit loose, and Antoine Lair.
And tackle!
Take England to back outside the 22. Just hemorrhaging a few metres. The counter from Castillon, very good. France turn it over. Big shot on Pomelet. 12 on 12. And that's potentially a big battle. What a kick. The 50-22's on. The 50-22 is good. What a nudge by the French.
It's an absolute nudge, and that's a massive change there. England down on France's line, and now they're going to be defending inside their own 22. We spoke about there's going to be mistakes, but it's just about that reaction to them. But great shot from Tommy Matthews, which couldn't cover the backfield quick enough.
That is Antoine Lair, who has gone 22-22, and there is no breeze out there. That is a stunning kick from the Colomiers 15. But England have pinched the line out.
Vantage, lock on.
But it's been knocked on by Ecclesfield, and France are knocking on the door again. The physicality is too much, and Lilian Renardeau is in for France's second score. We're less than 9 minutes in. And the momentum change sticks. 2 scores for France, they lead by 12. Well, England got the initial touch, but the bounce to the ball wasn't kind to them. Lilian Renardeau. Just see him biding his time. Picking a good line. He's a big unit of a man, but England barely laid a glove on him. Conversion's good. Early warning signs for England. 2 shots fired, 2 7-pointers for France. And they lead 14-0.
Plenty of time left in this game. No need to panic yet. Just want to try and get some phases in France territory. Try and keep hold of the ball. They've got threatening players across the park to England.
Good clean take this time by France. Something they've not managed to do until now. They have managed to do. Get 2 scores.
Roll wide!
And 2 visits to England's 22. England not rolling away. It's a penalty advantage to France. They go cross-field. It's a kick to compete. Oh, and the footballing skills nearly working out brilliantly. What a touch that was from Paul Champ. Meredith found himself in the way.
This France back three looks really threatening, doesn't it, D. Rog? All across the park.
Well, Lair and Champ in particular have had a really bright start.
Ball, please.
Well, that one has been sent over.
White on the 5.
The XL Motors stand. It's not quite as many meters as last time. This was England just not rolling away. That's for the chance to build on the set piece. They go long. England challenge again. It's Urquhart off the top. Off a missed tackle. And Deven nearly getting through. Here's Pomelet, the captain, backed up by Lair.
Yes, thank you.
Another good shot in midfield.
Ball's lifted, play on.
Durrell was just blocked there, and that might mean some space out wide. It's Ratachak, the hooker. And then Boutier. England's line speed really fast.
Roll wide!
But France looking comfortable in possession. Another snipe from Carré. Oh, nearly through. It's the prop Hancock that made the tackle in the end. Sometimes that can be a mismatch, so that's an important touch.
Use.
France really looking to play with tempo. Forsyth needs to roll away and does. That's the try scorer, Renardeau. France just making meters, and England very narrow in defence. Could be some width here for France. The delayed pass to Lear. He's got Sean outside him.
Good lad, Connor. Great scramble, keep that width, Connor.
And Connor Moyse makes a very, very important tackle for England, a try saver.
That's much better down that right side defensively for England. It's French 11 and 15, like we said earlier, threatening. So important tackle from Moyse, but again, England just need to try and get some territory in this game.
The ball goes forward, so it'll be England's put in at the scrum.
Captain, blue. Get a call in, please, boys.
Nathan James not happy about something.
At the ruck, okay? Your boys are just pushing up too early, okay? And there's no space. So you need to wait until the ball's lifted. Then it can come up. Have a word, please.
It's Nathan James, PE teacher at Llanwern High School,
Okay, time
referees
on,
in the
water
Indigo Prem a lot. Have you had him this year, Charlie?
Not
Mark.
too sure, to be honest. Not that I remember.
They're all blank faces to you, aren't they?
So long as they're not sending me off, I'm happy.
You had any yellows? Had any cheese this year?
I had one in the Welsh Prem, yeah.
Did you?
Yes.
Tut tut.
Crunch!
For back chat, believe it or not.
No.
Bind!
Shame on you.
Sit!
Reece Price then, in it comes.
Use it!
Good scrum. And then Kirkham sends Tommy Matthews towards his own 22. That's just outside, so this can't go dead straight away. Price sends it up the channel, that's fun. For Moyse to give chase, it's a good chase as well, but Champs there with the offload, and Lear tries to get him playing. They've got Urquhart in the deep field. It's gone loose. McCaig putting the pressure on Aruti, forcing the knock on. Good kick chase yields the result for England.
Yeah, exactly. That's one of them non-negotiables you spoke about earlier, D-Rog. Kick chase.
That's how nice.
Takes no talent. It's just an effort thing. So it's really pleasing and gives England a bit of an into the territory here.
So you're stood at 10 now in Morgan Meredith's boots. You're right behind the scrum. What are the kind of conversations you're having with the backs around you, and when's the decision made as to exactly what you're going to do?
You're just sort of looking at the picture here. So France are set with 3 on the right, 2 on the left. So it's just sort of depending on what 9 does here. Trying to play off 9, see if he stays high and pressures 9 to go right or stays in the boot.
Here's Meredith behind the scrum. He breaks left and gets the ball from Price. Ewan Price-Thomas in behind him at second receiver. Will Jeans gets his head down. He's met by his opposite number. That is 2 big men colliding. England up the short side again. Lovely ball on Forsyth into the 22. Throws the dummy, and Jack Forsyth is over for England. That's a response they needed. A touch of class, the pass from Matthews, the finish from Forsyth, and England are in the game.
Yeah, it's lovely attack from England, that, isn't it? Little delay ball from Matthews is that. Jack Forsyth chucks the dummy. Looks rapid out there for a 7 as well. Really pleasing to see him going well after the collapse of Worcester Warriors. But he's been excellent this season, and great finish there as well.
Well, he has been a real asset to Exeter University. Great partnership with Durrell at 6 and 7. And a response from England. Here is Meredith. And very consistent with the boot in the African Violet of Loughborough. But it's just betrayed him there. England 5, France 14. Were you and Jack involved in Warriors at the same time?
Yeah, we're both the same age, and I joined that summer of when it went into liquidation. Jack was there for a few years before me, but yeah, we were both there together.
Right.
Played a couple games together, but he's a real talent, to be fair to him, and
That's okay.
as you've seen there.
He played a few Premiership games for Worcester Warriors. Oh,
Happy, mate, play.
didn't look like there were too many arms involved in that kick chase. It's actually at Exeter now, but played in a Worcester Warriors team that beat Exeter Chiefs, and there are a few Buck Super Rugby lads in that team. Josh Hodge, Richard Capstick. Josh Hodge, of course, was at Northumbria University in that real rock star team that Daz Fern coached. So take another look at this. Yeah, it's just a flying shoulder from Farrell Delormel. Not
Play on, all backwards.
malicious, just a foul.
Okay.
But the line out goes to Custard, and it is back with France and Thibaut Carré. 21-year-old scrum half, that's well taken. Put into no man's land. It's a one-man chase by Meredith. Another excellent kick. They've got some really good right foot, left foot options, haven't they?
Yeah, they can split the pitch. They can control the backfield pretty well with that. Those kicking options both sides of the pitch. The England back three don't know which side it's going. It's an absolute nightmare to defend against.
The territorial game and the scoreboard in France's favour right now. Oh, good take by Durrell. Off the top it goes. And into Ratachak goes Louis Kirkham.
Not in.
Leads Beckett, number 8. Former London Irish Academy. Price sends that up. Durrell's the first one there. England have got lucky with the bounce. Grinardo is the first there.
Leave.
Absolutely
Not
huge
inside.
physical presence, Lilian Grinardo. Studies at Paris City University. Moyes volleyballs that one back, but as far as Guyela, France tight head on hand to gather that. It's helped on by Arrouti. Space out here for Delormel, and he is quick. Pomelet back into Delormel to Lair, who times his run beautifully.
Advantage knock on.
Out of the back door it goes. It's gone forward off an England hand. But France absolutely cruising into England's red zone. Boutier. Kuyela waiting, but all he can do is clear out. Another pick and a tip to Rinaldo.
Advantage over. Didn't see.
At the right-hand side they go again. Another lovely ball and Lair, but there's some crossing
Lost forward
in
on the floor.
midfield. It'll be England's put in at the scrum, and they are hanging by a thread at the moment. And when France kick into overdrive like that, they look really impressive.
Yeah, again, that back three, isn't it? Seen the French 14 down the sideline there.
Front row.
Some really good hands. England flying out the line.
So the report from
France getting the ball to that edge and keeping the ball alive here with some good offloading.
The elbow up. Okay, thank you. Okay, I'll look out for it.
Just playing fearlessly. We're a quarter of the way into the game. You're just joining us. Firstly, where have you been? Secondly, welcome. Great to have your company.
Yes.
France open the scoring. The very impressive Antoine Lair linking up with Paul Champ, catching his own chip ahead. That was converted by Matteo Arrouti, quickly followed by Lilian Rinaldo. France had coughed up a line out in their own 22, but got the benefit of the bounce, and the big lock forward was on hand. Dot down close to the uprights for Arrouti to add his second. England have huffed and puffed a little bit, and they were rewarded when Tommy Matthews put Jack Forsyth in, the open side flanker, finishing well. The conversion was missed, and so we are where we are, and that is inside the England 22. The home team looking for 3 victories in a row, trailing by 9 points. But so far, Charlie Titcombe, good contest.
Yeah, it is. It's France obviously have the advantage territorially and on the scoreboard, as you said, but England are hanging in there. They've had 1 or 2 entries then into France's 22 and come away with points on one occasion. So they're definitely still in this. They look threatening when they can keep the ball as well. So it's just about trying to minimise France's entries.
Okay, let's go then, boys.
Well, interestingly, France are lining up with their centres left and right as opposed to inside and outside, because they've got Nathan van der Ven wearing 13, who's lined up as the second defender, with Noah Pomelet, the captain, outside him. We've got Antoine Boutier on what would be the open side flank, wearing number 6.
Set.
See how quickly he gets off this scrum. Which way England go? Price digs for it. Oh, and he's put under a lot of pressure by Carré.
Good. Leave.
Dorel in at scrum half because Price incapacitated. Meredith clears, but only as far as the 22, and that is a very good defensive set by the men in blue.
White on the edge. Front. In.
Raphael Cayella, regular for the Bayonne Espoirs, goes over to give the orders to Ratachak. On top for the maul this time.
Use it.
Carré doesn't fancy it, so Ratachak.
Number 6, obstruction.
Crossing. Boutier gets in the way of Ratachak. That's a couple of times that's happened to France inside the 22 now.
Blue.
And perhaps those are those things that you were talking about when you're not used to playing with these players. You mistime things, trying to build partnerships quickly.
Blue on the edge, please.
Yeah, of course, coming from different teams, it's finding out what those people around you do differently to you.
Nice ball again by Dorel, real line-out specialist, and it means that Kirkham can carry like that in midfield. That's what he's there for. Meredith, cross-field, looking for Moyes. Takes it well, Moyes. Oh, but he's coughed it up, and now France with turnover ball really are dangerous. Lovely pump pass and another kick into space. That one for Arruti to chase, but Meredith's back. Oh, Pomelet. Oh, it's gone high, and that is a massive, massive let-off for England.
It's that transition ball again. You don't want to give them the turnovers. It's not a bad decision from Morgan again. That crossfield kick's a real weapon of his, but France are deadly off transition at the minute.
Come again, mate. Just a bit slower.
That's it, isn't it? It was a great take by Moyes, but there was nobody there. The kick in behind was brilliant. Turns Meredith, but the chase. Pomelet quite frustrated with that because he'd done a lot of good work.
Front. Over. And again. And again.
Signed to Lyon, but he's played most of his rugby in Fédéral Lyon with Marcon Baruel. All good line-out ball to Raul, the target.
Release. Yes. Use it.
Watch Eugène here. There's not a lot of protection. He might fancy the charge down. That's going to drop right on the touchline. Another good chase by Moyes. Dorel's been high energy in the chase as well, but he's fended big there by Urquhart. Again up. Come England. Oh.
Vantage high.
This time it's Kirkham who's gone high on Antoine Lair.
Number 8.
Again, just England putting all the pressure back on themselves, giving France an opportunity to get back into territory. Almost their own worst enemies at times. Just obviously there's going to be those mistakes, but it's really costing them at the minute. Back-to-back mistakes. Can't really get a massive hole in this game.
We're approaching the final 15 minutes. This is that high shot again. Kirkham.
+1. Nine's back, +1.
Yeah, it was just a lazy hand, wasn't it? It was a good bit of late footwork by Antoine Lair.
Nine's back, +1. Right. Watch him blind, watch him blind.
Let's go to the back. England asking each other to watch the short side.
No, free.
Callum Hancock called out. France back in the 22. And England have spoiled that ball in the maul. And have got themselves out of jail again.
It's good maul, isn't it? Good fight to not let them in easy, well, to not give them points and to turn over ball defensively.
So the ball unplayable, which means England will put it in at the scrum. But in the glorious sunshine here in Coventry, we've spent a lot of time looking left in this first half. France dominating the field position. Still 2 scores up. The scrum's been a great contest so far.
Bind. Sit.
Plenty of impact on both benches as well, but I'm sure there'll be quite some time before either coach starts to think about that as McCaig finds his centre partner. So a little bit of space here, there might be. It's a lovely offload in England into the France half. McCaig back outside, there's Matthews. Oh, and then intercepted, but has it gone forward? And if it has gone forward, well, it's gone forward once, twice and 3 times there.
Stepped away, play on. Advantage over.
And England have kicked away the advantage. But I think that advantage came about 25, 30 metres further up the pitch than it should have. How did that go to ground originally?
No, injury there.
So this is the initial break here. Lovely work from Moyes inside to Ewan Price-Thomas. Then McCaig's there.
No,
So after Matthews, where did this... So where's this gone to ground here? Oh no, it was just Urquhart flooding the channel and tackling an England player without the ball. So not a knock on, but perhaps a penalty.
Yeah, potentially. I'm not sure. Yeah, that's definitely come backwards off Durrell, but I thought there was a knock on in there somewhere. I mean, the ball was bouncing around, but yeah, potentially an off the ball, but nonetheless, it's England line out just outside the France half.
Conor Moyes down getting some medical attention. He has been absolutely sensational for University of Nottingham over the past few seasons. Hit 50 appearances in Bucks Super Rugby, and he was part of the group that got them to the elite level of University Rugby as well. So it's a fitting way for him to say goodbye to the university game. More good line-out ball. This time it's Ecclesfield up at 4. And England having to build from their own half. That's a lovely dummy and a lovely dart. Max Pepper. That's why you put him on the wing.
Yeah,
Dangerous player.
Agreed.
Penalty advantage then for England. Good field position, massive hit coming in. France offside, Kirkham. Now Will Jeans into the 22, he offloads, and Morgan is over! Oh, what a try! England freeing up the hands in the last 5 minutes, and 5 points is the reward.
Lovely, lovely set-up play to make the line break as well, going across the face of the forwards to Matthews and pulling the ball out the back to Pepper. And France probably suspected the ball was going front door there. We missed it there, but lovely late tip at the line again, very similar to the first score from Forsyth. And Morgan gets on the end of an offload and gets under the sticks.
Well, the extras were added. Meredith turns his 5 points into 7. And right back in the game. There's been a change in the back row as well. You see number 20, that's Arthur Green, the Durham back rower. A few injuries this season. He came in very late when Loughborough's George Taylor picked up an injury, and he's made an immediate impact on the game. So great to have a player of his caliber involved. Similar for Max Brew, the replacement hooker for France as well. He's answered a last-minute call as they take that restart cleanly. Both teams have struggled with the restarts. We approach half an hour. Inside ball's a good one. David Genest. Oh, the dummy, the pump pass, the bump, and Genest finds Van de Vende, and Antoine Leer. Yes! That's his second try for France, who respond immediately. Straight from the kickoff. England haven't had a touch, and they found themselves under their posts again. Antoine Leer gets his second try.
Yeah, thank you.
It's a lovely pump ball to get in behind, and then again the French jouet keeping the ball alive, creates another try, and Leer finishes it off there in the corner beautifully.
Lovely back row link up, Urquhart to Genest. But Antoine Leer, natural attacking talent, times his run so well. Matteo Arruti does his studying at Thalys Business School and is a Biarritz Espoir. He's got a cultured left boot as well. He's 3 from 3 and France lead 21-12.
Yes.
You're looking at the flow of the game, it's pretty open, isn't it? There's a lot of line breaks, and tries almost coming from nothing, so see who can get a hold of it and control the game, or the game might just continue going the way it is. It's great to watch, really.
Well, that's a clean take.
Tackle!
England's unable to put any pressure on the catch, but Ollie Fletcher gets there to make the tackle. Still 10 minutes to go until half-time. A lot of rugby to be played. 5 tries already. We expected this might be the case. It's a fast track. It's a beautiful day. Another good kick. Or is it? Oh, it's bounced all the way. That is the danger of having a cannon for a boot.
Ollie Fletch, let's go! GG! That's what player is now. There.
Yeah.
Plenty of vocals out there from England.
Scrum.
Oh, he's kicked that from inside his 22. He's put 85 metres on that.
It's a serious boot. That's sometimes the 4G can help you, sometimes it can't. It's just kicked on there, unfortunately. One of them you watch back and it's you can't get too angry because you've kicked it 85 metres,
Sorry,
but
buddy.
you've also kicked it dead. You can hear England coaches there screaming. I think they want to drive tempo in this game, try and tire this French pack out. It seems that that's the plan, but.
So Arthur Green's moved to number 8. Louis Kirkham's moved to open side flanker, so it's Jack Forsyth who's been replaced. And what an opportunity for England, having been turned with that monster kick. And now back on the brink of this French 22. Good scrum, really good scrum. Massive effort on that loose head side by Connor Hancock.
I forget. Free blue. Collapsing.
And the Leeds Beckett loose head gets one over.
Free blue.
On Rafael Coyella. And Morgan Meredith is going to the corner. And we talked about momentum swings. We had one earlier in the half with that 50-22, and this could be another one here.
Yeah, exactly. The Hancock twins. I know Cal from last year, they love a scrum, so they'll absolutely love that one. They'll be talking about that one all night.
Oh, and a touch on it by France, though.
Play on, mate.
They've pinched that ball, but they're still inside their own 22, but they've coughed it up. Knock-on advantage for England, field position for England. Callum Hancock just about holds on. Tommy Matthews, England knocking on the door again, looking for try number 3. It's loose ball. France counter.
No. Play. Counteract.
And that knock-on advantage disappeared, and now France are going to try and run it from their own 22. Great chop tackle on Arruti. Will Jeans making the tackle on Genest.
Use it!
These forwards on this fast track absolutely hammering each other. And a good clearing kick. Now the ball spilt out of the maul there into England hands. We thought it had gone forward. Either way, approaching the final 5 minutes. Just a reminder that our clock is pretty close, but it's not attached to the referee's watch, so there might be a few seconds either side.
On the line. Thank you. Yes.
Oh, France get another touch on it. They rob it at the front. That's 2 in a row that they've challenged and pinched. Excellent work from Le Bleu. And that is sent up. That is sent to compete. Oh, and this could be a yellow card for Noah Pomelet. Certainly a penalty.
Mate. Anything else for you?
Yellow release, contact in the air, aim to tackle.
Hey! Relax. Relax. Back you go. Mistiming.
So it's Ewan Price-Thomas who's down. He was taken out by the France captain Noah Pomelet.
We'll go 10 metres, back you go. Time off, mate, yes. Yeah, Tim, you're the nearest one to that. I'm just a penalty, mistiming, unless you've got anything else. Yeah, I agree. So penalty only? Yeah, thank you. Blue captain! Blue captain! It's just going to be a penalty, but your players must be careful when players are jumping in the air for the ball. Okay? Thank you.
Well, I think the France captain, Noah Pomelet, can consider himself very lucky. Let's have another look at this. At high speed, it was a kick to compete. Up he goes. He is fully focused on Ewan Price-Thomas, who is 2 feet in the air. And England have knocked that ball on, going quickly. And the chance goes. It was Morgan Meredith who decided the line-out's not going great, trying to put Charlie McCaig into space, but he got spooked by Arruti. He made a really good read. In fact, it was Paul Champ. Take a look at that French bench. Very, very impressive Permond-Tash combo there.
Okay, this one up.
Big scrum this for Rafael Cayella.
Yes.
A tight head, Connor Hancock having got the better of him last time.
Medic! Is he staying on or off? Okay, stand, boys.
And a change in the back line for England. Josiah Edwards-Giroux.
Okay, we can continue. Time on.
Started on the wing for England students last year.
Open the gap.
Known as a winger previously, played a lot at outside centre. And he's replacing Conor Moyse, who's been down a couple of times with injury. Josiah, Jeg, as you know him, old teammate of yours. What does he bring to a camp of this stature?
Yeah, no, he's off the pitch, he's a really funny bloke, really relaxed bloke, and really good on that side of things. But on the pitch, he wants to run the ball, he wants to get the ball in his hands, so really fits that he works around sort of Meredith, Matthews, McCaig, getting the ball in those wide channels.
Van de Ven with a good carry, and France looking for something before half-time. That's Arrouti. Oh, he's put that one out on the full. Couple of errors from Matteo Arrouti. He's been perfect with his conversions, but
as you are, France.
Even though he's two-footed, he's always going to have one stronger than the other, and it's the right foot that's let him down there. Ollie Fletcher finds Durrell. He wants to get things going. Now Meredith with options. The option is Arthur Green. Big number 8 carry. France offside again.
Number 7 blue in the air.
In fact, it was another in the air tackle, but he came up quickly. Again, a couple of minutes to go till half-time. England with the chance, if they go for the poles, to get within a converted try. But they're not the only ones today who've come to jouer. Charlie Titcombe next to me, furious that they keep turning down the 3.
Nah, you've made that up, D-Rog. I think good call. Lucas Durrell offering the line out. There you go. Get this maul on.
Maul.
Well, it is the maul they opt for, and Ollie Fletcher has it tucked.
Don't change.
The backs have started to join. Pepper's in there. Matthews is in there, making its way towards the line. Still meters to go. Bryce Thomas is in there too. Full commitment from England. Is it worth it? Yes, it is. Just before half-time, England back over the whitewash. And it's Newcastle's Ollie Fletcher who gets 5 points to bring England back within 4.
Yeah, great decision going for the corner. Paid off there. Durrell operating the line out, as you said, and England might be able to go in half-time here, 2 points down if Morgan can slot this 2, but I think they'll be really happy with that going in. So obviously, like we said, we've been looking left a lot. France had a lot of the territory, a lot of the time spent in England's half, and a lot of possession. So if it can be in the balance here, I'm sure England will be really pleased. It looks like it's half-time there as well, if England looking to go in here.
Proper test match. Thoroughly enjoyable half of rugby between these two teams who've shared 6 tries. Meredith. He likes it. The crowd like it. The ARs like it. And as Nathan James blows his whistle, we have got a game on our hands at Coventry. 3 tries each. 3 absolute crackers. And England just starting to find their way here in Coventry. The half-time score, England students 19, France Universities 21. And before we take a look at the highlights, Charlie, a lot to like about that 40 minutes of rugby from both teams.
Yeah, it's a really open game, isn't it? A lot of line breaks, as we said there, a lot of transition and a lot of attack, which everyone wants to see on a day like this. So, yeah, it's a really interesting game. Ebbs and flows of momentum. But England will be pleased there going in 21-19 down. The game's really in the balance, isn't it? But France will never go away, that's for sure.
Well, let's take a look at those 6 tries. Then plenty of us to chew through. A few incidents as well off the ball. This was the opener. Everybody knows France play a certain way. It sounds like a cliche to talk about it, but what a start to the game. Antoine Lair here. He was one of the players we knew we had to watch out for, but that is a great try. Him and Paul Champ on that left-hand side.
They've been quality, haven't they? Linking up, offloading game, kicking game. I think Paul Champ's got a fair few top 14 caps, hasn't he? So, yeah, he's a serious player, and Lair there as well. We've seen his kicking game, his running game, and that's an excellent finish.
The execution was bang on, and that was 5 minutes in. Bit of a shock to the system for England, a bit of a welcome to Test match rugby, but it went from bad to worse pretty quickly, didn't it? Because they turned that line out over, but then big Lilian Rinaldo was on hand to score again.
Yeah, it's just England sometimes have been their own worst enemy in the first sort of 25 minutes or so. Just errors resulting in France's points. And there's one occasion there and they get over. They have been clinical, France, so you don't want to give them those opportunities to get into your 22.
Well, it did take England a little while to get going. This was the first of their tries. It was Jack Forsyth who's gone off injured, but the interplay down the short side here was superb.
Yeah, lovely, isn't it, that from Tommy Matthews. I think he's played a fair bit of fly-half as well in his time, so takes the ball to the line there, delays lovely to put Jack Forsyth through the hole, and he finishes it really well.
Another look at this from up close, but just watch number 12 here, Tommy Matthews. These soft hands took the contact. But yes, you're right, he's been playing a lot of 12 in Bucks for Hartbury, but when he stepped up into the championship, he's played 10. Done a fair bit of bump and grunt carrying too. Tommy Matthews, a good half of rugby. And England weren't quite done yet in this first half. That was big Will Jeans, and Arthur Green had barely been on the pitch when he put Morgan Meredith in for that one.
Similar, isn't it, that try? Little late pass at the line causes the line break from Kirkham, I think that is, and the offload and lovely hands again for Meredith to finish that.
Meredith added the extras. That seemed to light a rocket under France, who took the restart clean, and then this happened off the next phase.
Yeah, again, isn't it? They get the ball back off a kick-off. 1-2 phases they've gone, and that's what they can do to you, keeping the ball alive, getting the ball into their outside back's hands. Lovely pump pass there, and then it's the offloading game of the loose forwards, and the outside backs finishing it off as they so often have this first half.
Van der Ven feeding Anton Leer. He gets his second try, so that took France beyond a converted score. And it felt important for England to get something before the half, and it was full commitment, wasn't it? Once the backs join, who do we have in there? We had Max Pepper in there, Tommy Matthews, Charlie McKay, Ewan Price-Thomas. Full commitment, but Ollie Fletcher went over. There's a lot of bodies there.
Yeah, it's organised mass, I think, is what they sometimes call it, sometimes describe it as, but that's just passion, isn't it? Look at the Hancock twins there, they're loving that. So no, it's a great momentum change, isn't it, to go into the half there and 2 points down after being under the pump there, and the forwards will be really pleased with that.
Do you ever find yourself in one of those?
No, absolutely not. I stay well away from them.
Well, we've got plenty to talk about, but before that, let's have a little look forward and a little celebration of university rugby. A celebration of another brilliant year for student rugby, not just at the elite level, England Students Women's National League and Bucks Super Rugby, but of course thousands of students every Wednesday who represent their higher education, further education establishments. But for the lucky few, they get to put on the international jersey. Loads to talk about there, Charlie, but one of the things I'd like to talk about with England is how they haven't been scared of that big physical French set piece, because it'd be easy to play in another way to try and avoid that, but they've attacked it head on, and here we are at 1921, a great contest as a result.
Yeah, definitely. The French are renowned, aren't they, for having a heavy pack and good set piece, but I think England have matched them, definitely, especially with that maul try there at the end. The line-out's been pretty good, the scrums have been good as well. And they've been wanting to play rugby themselves. So yeah, they've definitely been able to match them at the set piece, match them physically. It's just about not giving them too much transition ball, isn't it? Because they look really lively and really threatening when they're getting the ball there.
What I always find fascinating as well is Daz Fern as a coach. He's a prop forward. He played for Newcastle Falcons, but all of the teams he's coached over the years have played, and they've played beautiful rugby. You think back to Northumbria when they had the likes of Josh Hodge and Will Muir and George Wathoka, and they just scored some amazing tries, and they very, very nearly won the league. And then at Newcastle, he's won Premier North and was one win away from getting into Buck Super Rugby. And then here, again, with this England students team, great handling, based, of course, on a really good set piece, but you know, you've spent 2 camps, albeit short camps, being coached by Daz. What does a Daz Fern coach team feel like to be in?
No, it's really good, because I think Daz as a coach, I think especially in these short week-long camps, they have to put a lot of onus on the players, because a lot of it is based on what the players are good at. I think you see the game today is probably the way they want to play is aligned with the players they've picked. If you look at that back line particularly, they've got, across the centre, they've got some really good ball playing options. So I think that's the way they've tried to go at it, is they want to move the ball, they want to attack. Obviously they're going to have they want to have a good line out with, they've got Durella at 6 and obviously Will Jeans in the 2 rows, so they always want to have that set piece. But I think the freedom on and the onus on the players to go out and play the game and make decisions is the best thing about being part of, you know, a short camp and being led by Daz Fern. He puts the onus on the players, which is what you want, really.
Well, you've played in some really exciting backlines over the years, none more so now perhaps than the Scarlets backline you're a part of now. Some of the young Welsh centres, and of course people like Johan Lloyd, who can break the line from 15. What have you made of the likes of Antoine Lair and Paul Champ and Farrell Delormel, the back 3 for this French team?
They've been really good, haven't they? We've banged on a lot about transition and how threatening they are when they move the ball there, but they've been bossing that. They've also got good kicking games as well, little attacking kicks in behind, which have caused a bit of trouble for England. They've been outstanding, and you can tell why they're playing Pro D2 and they're playing top 14 and Champions Cup and Challenge Cup. They look really good together. Yeah, really, really threatening.
What about Matteo Arruti then? Because he is a left foot, right foot kicker in the midfield. We've seen a couple of stunning 50-22s, 22-22s, but he's made a couple of errors too. One out on the full, 180 metre that's gone over the dead ball line. As a 10, how do you wash those off and just get on with the next job? Because you don't want those kind of things to mount up, do you?
No, definitely not. But it seems like he's not been too affected by that. He looks like he's got a really good passing game as well. So he's been able to use that to link up with the back 3, like we've said. He doesn't seem too phased by it. He's obviously kicking very well off the tee as well. One of them that he kicked dead is obviously unfortunate. He's kicked it a long way. So, but yeah, like I said, I don't think he seems too phased, and that's a massive positive character trait to have, especially at 10.
Well, the teams are back out for the second half. France in the blue, England in the white, just 2 points separating the teams. While we wait for kickoff, quick messages then from a French perspective. How do they win this game in the second half?
It's more of the same, really, isn't it, in terms of trying to move the ball to wide channels, trying to create transition maybe from their kicking game, kicking contestables, to try and get the ball back. I think England, again, we spoke about, they've made a lot of mistakes that have led to France's points. So trying to be as bold in attack, but also trying to not cough the ball up too easily.
Matteo Arruti for Les Bleus, leading by 2 points. The second half of Le Crunch underway. Up goes Durrell. He is flawless under that high ball. What about for England then? Those are the France messages. How do England win this game in the second half?
not shooting themselves in the foot with ball in hand, trying to keep hold of it, not create transition for France. And again, they look good with ball in hand, so making line breaks, staying dominant in the set piece as well, and not giving France that quick ball to attack from, which they want.
Perfect conditions here in Coventry. The sun's still shining, really feels like summer is on its way, and it's bringing out the best in these two teams, and that's a good take by Ewan Price-Thomas on the full. It's taken out in the air in the first half, but still fearless. That was Van der Ven trying to get his hands on that. It's a crossfield kick. Lair is underneath it. It's gone forward off Max Pepper. I think England will try and find ways to get him a little bit more in the game. It's Castillon, trapped behind the gain line by Arthur Green.
Advantage over.
Kick in behind by Arrouti.
Advantage.
Oh, and that's become a penalty.
Offside, number 5.
It was knocked on off Rhys Price, and then Will Jeans was in front of the man. So often the temptation to reach out, grab that ball is too much. Again, perhaps stung by a few of the earlier errors. That's quite conservative by Arrouti. It's another look at this, and that's one of those little nudges in behind that you were talking about.
Yeah, that attacking, kicking game, those little chips in behind are causing carnage at the minute, aren't they? So it's resulted in a penalty and A1 position for France to launch them all.
Ratachak, France under 20. Used to be a competitive skier as well. Frame like that, I'd imagine. He got down those hills pretty quickly. Here's Delormel. Good feet by Delormel. Meredith with the tackle. Quick ball for Paul Champ to run onto. Offload so well to Pomelet.
Stepped away.
And England with some defending to do. They're offside as well. Advantage here for France. And they look lively with Van der Ven. Van der Ven looking for one more offload. He finds it. It's Ratachak.
Good turnover.
Oh, we go back for the penalty. The turnover superb to deny Ratachak. But England straying offside. And France with a very bright start 3 minutes into this second half.
Offside.
Yeah, again, the back three launching the attack, and then they've gone quick here, but...
Well, they have gone quick. And it's Antoine Lair on a hat-trick, remember. Plenty of time to try and get that third. France looking to build in England's 22. Something they've not done for quite some time. Another pick and go. That's Jeunesse. Castillon picks and goes, and he's met by Durrell and Co. Eugène. Charlie McCaig's in there for England. This is brutal stuff from France. Good shot, though. Will Jeans dishes the shoulder. Now Arrouti goes short to Van der Ven, who's met by Tommy Matthews. France still in the England 22. The handling good. Now quick ball for Castillon. And Carré is over. Thibaut Carré too quick. The France scrum half. And it's France who strike first in the second half, building and building in the England 22. And they extend the lead.
Just all comes again just from England mistake on that, the accidental offside there, isn't it? And France, as they have been the whole time, pretty clinical when they got down there, so more of the same messages for England in trying to be as accurate as possible.
Oh, there's a gap there, isn't there, for Carré. He snipes so well. It's the one time they were able to generate quick ball. This ended up being a 7-pointer. Two-score lead again for France, 19-28. Substitutions being made in the front row.
Just hold. Let's make sure the subs are done.
Practice the entire front row. Castillon,
Change complete.
Ratachak and Kayela, and also the try scorer, Kari.
Okay, cheers.
And the captain, Noah Pomele, is off as well. Luca Baudet is
Backwards.
on. He's a Toulon Espoir. We're number 23. England resisting the urge
Carry back.
to match fire with fire.
Hold
Liam
on,
Rimet, the replacement scrum half, wearing 20.
Ball on.
Here come England then, in the French half for the first time in the second half. Reece Price. Big carry.
No release.
But that's Max Brew who's turned that over illegally.
No release.
He wasn't named in the squad initially, so he flew in last minute. Good season for Bayonne Espoirs, 3 tries in 6 starts. You think that Brew is the familiar name. It's because he is the son of the Bordeaux coach. And England are opting for the shot this time to get themselves back within the converted score.
Yeah, Meredith full of confidence after his last strike. Right in front, about 38, 39 metres out.
Kicked well in the Bucks Super Rugby final. Loughborough lifting the trophy the first time in the BSR era. Here he is to reduce the arrears. Makes light work of it. England's first points of the second half make it 22-28. Meredith up to 10 points. And a sensible decision from the penalty.
Yeah, definitely, isn't it, to get back within that converted score. Smart decision from Durrell and Meredith there, going for the sticks. And a great strike too.
Kicker. You must make sure they're behind.
Matteo Arruti. Oh, it's well won again by France. Oh, and then the forward pass.
Forward pass.
Oh, freebie for England after a
Clearly
great
forward.
chase.
Okay.
Now let's
Okay,
see
up on feet.
what
Let's
these
go.
new props do to the scrums. Really well-timed run. So now it's Luca Baudet, Max Brew and Louis Moreau in the front row for France. No change for England. They've got Josh McAndrew, Eric Nixon and Tom Gully available. I wonder if we might see Josh McAndrew deployed as a back row. Serious ball carrier.
Set. Hold there.
As your old pal Reese found out in the Bucks Super Rugby final, Charlie. Here is McCaig. That one dribbled in behind. It's an awkward bounce for Lair. Yeah, that was quite the tackle he had to make down the channel a few weeks ago at the Stonex, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was that little peel play off the back of the line out, and not what you want down your channel. He's a serious ball carrier. Looks like England are trying to inject some tempo into this, trying to set quickly from that line out.
Meredith helps it on. Is that forward? Yes, it is. Oh, McCaig broken the line, but Matthews has netballed him.
Yeah, agreed.
It's unlucky. It's the
Forward
same
and
play
behind.
they ran where they went out the back and Pepper made the line break. They've gone front door this time, but just forward. Otherwise, it looks like McCaig would have been under the sticks. But
Let's
again,
go,
their
boys.
launch attack's looking deadly if they can get it right.
Well, that is the chat, isn't it? England want to up it. And the longer this game goes on, the more players are going to fatigue because it's tough going out on these synthetic pitches. How do they compare? How do they differ from a 10's perspective, from a back's perspective?
They're definitely quicker. You can physically run quicker, and the game just does feel quicker in general. It's a bit harder from a tennis perspective, as we've seen. The bounce of the ball is a little bit more inconsistent. Sometimes it can sit up, sometimes it can roll on, so that's something you've got to get a hold of. But yeah, it is quicker, and it does lend itself to running rugby, especially when it's dry. When they're wet, they can get a bit greasy, but luckily today it's a lovely day, and we've seen some nice attack. But it is quick, so I think that's why England are wanting to inject tempo, isn't it? That they want to get this game going. They want quick ball, and they want to tire this French side out.
Well, they're enjoying the sunshine. We hope that you are too. Whoever you're watching this game, really great to have your company. What a display of university rugby. 7 tries so far. France yet to trail in this game. They've led 14-0, 14-12, 21-19. Thibaut Carré's last contribution was the try to increase the lead. That's a lovely line by Van de Ven, and the offload superb too. Away goes Daguerre. He finds Delorme. Oh, the offload again, and France still playing. Huge pass off the right hand for Arrouti. Edge to edge. Go France. Paul Champ, still Paul Champ. He is strong. He is quick. He is over. And France cut England to ribbons. What a try.
Again, the offloading game is absolutely unbelievable. I thought it was going to be an England penalty from the scrum, but line break, ball out the back door. How about this ball? And when he's going into touch out the back door, that's outrageous.
Well, Josiah Edwards-Giroud did everything he could, and then going edge to edge, and Paul Champ still had so much work to do. And then when you thought he was running down a cul-de-sac, he shows that he's not just silky quick, he is a powerhouse too. A big bump. And a special 5-pointer. And a bit of breathing space on the scoreboard. Tough conversion for the left footer. It's been flawless so far. Well, that's his first miss of the day. Let's take another look at this, starting with the line break.
Nice delay, isn't it, to get in behind, and then, like we said, the offloading game. Keeping the ball alive. It's what the French have looked. They've been so good at doing it this game, and resulted in another try.
And this was the finish from Champ, but we're back underway.
Use it!
England contesting at that breakdown, but safely back in French hands. Leon Rimet on the books with Lyon, studies at Lyon Business School. Oh, here go England. Ewan Price-Thomas, little nudge in behind. Has that gone out on the full? Oh, yes. Little errors.
White. Edge. Ha. Numbers.
13 minutes of the second half gone.
Okay, just strapping and we're going in.
Just noticed the Batman mask. It's a serious look. Probably drove with you in the Batmobile, didn't he? Honestly, you lot watching at home, you should see Charlie's car. Poof. Wish I was a 10 in the URC. Time back on, off the top from Boutier.
Play on.
And a bit of footballing from Lear, and he chases his own kick. Oh, what a fend. Yes, please.
Go on, Mark, mate.
Big stuff by Arthur Green.
Yeah. Vantage offside.
McCaig. Oh, that's knocked on by Pepper.
Give me a mark, boys.
Playing on an offside advantage. Big don't mess there by Arthur Green, wasn't it? Wow. It was just about the only way to stop Antoine Lear.
In front of the kick, always advancing. Moving towards the ball, offside.
Yeah, palm straight to the face. Puts England into a good position here.
That's the kind of thing that James Cherry will be putting on a highlights reel.
Don't give him that. He's going to be watching this. He's going to absolutely love you mention him now.
Big chance then for England, who need a score, trailing by 11. Ollie Fletcher, one try already. It came from a maul. Part one done. Here goes Fletcher, straight down the channel. And then Reece Price, he's got big men to target and gets one of them. Good tackle by Boutier. Oh, another good tackle as well. France turning up the heat in defence, but quick ball for England. What can they do with it? Deep in the French 22. Still just short.
Use it.
Told to use it. Trying to do some blunt work from short range, or just short.
Leave.
Fletcher's there. Is he going to have another go himself? It looks like it.
Short.
More great defence from France. This is brutal stuff. Oh, lovely pass. Edward Giroud scores for England. Oh, how important could that be? France saying they've held it up. Nathan James saying they haven't. And Jag scores for the Whites.
Come here. You come here. No, come here. You speak to me or my assistant like that again, you'll be on the side watching the game. One more warning.
I think that's Aruti getting a telling off from the ref, but lovely hands again, isn't it, from Matthews. Meredith looks like he's getting the ball, puts his hands out, lets it go across the face and creates the 2-on-1. And quick hands again from Matthews, puts Jeg into the corner.
Meredith from the touchline. I know if this has gone over as soon as it leaves the boot, because he has got the supporters behind him. They like it. And they are right to. England back within 4. They're refusing to roll over. And that man is off the bench. He's been strapped up and taped up. But he's got a try to his name, and it's England 29, France 33. Proper test match this. The last two have been decided by 1 point and 4 points. Good take on the full. That's Arthur Green. Reece Price.
Use 9.
They send this one up, and it's going to be Jeg to give chase. Lear swallowed up. Really good chase by England. France back in their own half, but seen the way they attack. Doesn't matter where they are on the pitch, they are a danger. Still over a quarter of this game to go. Liam Rimet opts against the box kick and finds Hugen instead. A little bit of afters there. That's Hancock and Urquhart enjoying each other's company as Lear manages to offload again.
Blue in possession.
Oh, still going. And the England medical staff are involved as well, telling Aitor Urquhart to get away.
Right, blue over there. Blue, captain, take your players over there. White, captain. White, captain. You take your players over there. I'm going to have a chat. I'll come back to you. You take your players over there. Yes. Let me just tell you where I've gone with it. I've gone with live. I'm with the ball. I haven't seen anything back here, apart from players holding each other. That's all I've seen.
Okay. So once the play's gone away, white 3, blue 8 have continued to grapple here, pulled each other over.
Yeah.
They both got up. Blue 8 has then taken a swing for white 3.
Yeah.
He hasn't hit an head, but he's hit him in the chest.
Yeah.
Okay. With that.
What number?
Blue 8.
Okay, so blue 8's going to the bin.
Yeah.
Okay, for a punch to the chest, correct?
Yeah.
Okay,
and took a swing and he's just hitting the chest.
And a penalty to England on the mark there.
Well, the mark is just here. Yeah.
Okay, blue 8, yeah?
Yes. Yeah. Okay.
Okay, blue 8 and captain. And 8. Is it you? And you're the captain as well. Okay. So there's been a scuffle, okay? And the report is you've swung. Okay, no. I'm going on the report. And you've connected to the chest. Okay, that's a yellow card. Plus, captain, you're an example to set for the game for your players. No, not acceptable. Yellow card. Off. Off you go. Off you go. Yes, you can't get a card.
Aitor Urquhart is sent for 10 minutes in the bin. He was the captain.
Here, yeah?
After Noah Pomelet left the field. One of the older players as well, 23 years of age. He's got top 14 experience with Clermont. And on a day like today, could that be costly? This is a huge 10 minutes in the shape of this game now. Massive turnaround. And I think important for both teams at this stage to just keep a lid on the emotions of the occasion now.
Yeah, absolutely. You don't want to... it's hard enough out there, isn't it, when it's quick. You don't want to reduce your side to 14, because with both attacking threats on both sides of the ball, that's going to cause carnage.
England into the 22 again. France throw at 2.
Leaving the line out. Left the line out. Before
England have left
thrown.
the line out, so the clock will continue to tick. And for France here, they want to take every second they can. 29-33.
Yes.
Just a reminder, France have never trailed in this game. They've led by 14, they've led by 11.
Yes.
That was England leaving the line out. Arthur Green just a little bit too keen to get that maul going.
How many?
So he came on for an injury.
So England with the line out. Another 30 metres up the pitch. Durrell off the top again. Reece Price and Meredith. Bit more width. Edwards Giroud fancies a dart himself. French players arrive. Neil Chalet.
No, the floor. No,
he nearly got there, and then the knee went down. Spoiled his good work. Ollie Fletcher for England as they start to build, and we approach the hour mark. McCaig, flat ball. Arthur Green. Oh, there's no one inside, and it's back in French hands. Josiah Edwards Giroud.
On the ball and a clear lift.
That ball like a barnacle on a boat.
On the ball and a clear lift.
Lovely flat ball that from McCaig to release him. Took it right to the line and fizzed it flat, and England are going to get rumbling again.
England's second visit to the 22 since the yellow card period. Arthur Green finding himself out on the edge. And McCaig was a lovely flat ball. Bastien Daguerre tackling the end by Arrouti, but here go England, rumbling towards that line. Reece Price already celebrating, and that's why England lead for the first time 34-33, France down to 14, 20 minutes to go, and it's game on in Coventry.
Are you timing that yellow card on the side, mate?
Such a well-executed maul. And Louis Kirkham dots it down. Talk about momentum changes. And Meredith keep the train rolling. Yes, he can. Flawless from the Loughborough man. England 36, France 33, 5 tries each. We suspected it might be epic, and once again, this brilliant fixture, this brilliant occasion, and this brilliant rivalry is delivering.
Absolutely, isn't it? It's a 3-point game now. Feels like an eternity left on the clock, and this could go any way still.
Another great take by Durrell. He's been really good in the air for England today.
Use it!
So what do you do here, Charlie? Do you just keep playing?
Yeah, I think there's a long time, isn't there, left on the clock. You just got to be smart and smart in your own half with the kicking game and trying to win territory, but also don't go into your shells, don't stop playing, because that's when England have looked at their best, isn't it, when they've been playing and moving the ball. So,
well, you just know that there's going to be a period in this game where France are going to hit their straps again, and they've given us so much quality.
Not held.
Oh, Pepper and Delormel. Pepper did well to recover. Delormel, such great upper body strength. That's Max
Tackle,
Brew.
release, 4!
Batman Brew. Ecclesfield called off it, and Guillemet assesses his options. England still lifting well in defence.
Play on, fine.
And now Delormel has got half a gap. Delormel is away, still going. The pass is good. The offload is better. Nils Chalet inside, and a loss of footing temporarily stops the French train, but Paul Jean is there. Of course he is. And France back in the England 22. Arrouti. Loose ball. Daguerre steps back inside. Broken field. And again, his feet just let him down. But still France with Van de Ven. Approaching the last 15 minutes. France have been clinical in the England 22. Luca Baudet. England have knocked it on. So Rémé back inside to Daguerre. Taken out by Matthews. There's a new spring in the step of this French team. Van de Ven's down with some cramp. So France temporarily down to 13. Urquhart in the sin bin, Van de Ven. But that is gathered so well by Tonnet. And then pick and a go. It's Boutier.
Roll, short, roll.
He's just short.
Advantage.
And France centimetres away from retaking the lead. Tonin! Well, he made it with the chip ahead. He scored it from close range. And England's lead didn't last long. 15 minutes to go. France, with a man in the bin, find a way.
Thank you.
Again, off the back of another kick in behind. A lovely little grubber. I'm not sure who stuck it on the toe, but it's an absolutely lovely kick in behind, and again, that's resulted in a 5-pointer for France. Again, we spoke about them a lot, but the France back three again, isn't it, linking up, making line breaks, and again keeping the ball alive, and really good patience, and a great decision to drop that one in behind there.
Well, watch Valentin Tonnin. Played 18 games for Nîmes in Nationale 2 this season. So he's used to senior rugby, he's used to this intensity. He's come on, made a massive impact. Huge credit to France. They've seen their lead eroded, and at the first opportunity, they've snatched it back. Here's Bastien Daguerre.
No.
Ooh, short. Perfect line, didn't have the length. And Valentin Tonin. Studies in Montpellier.
Just 2 seconds, we just checked out the field, just go.
So a change at scrum half for England. Loughborough's Charlie Breers coming on for Hartpury's Reese Price. Tommy Matthews taking over kicking duty. Makes me think he's going to slot in at outside half for the remainder of the game, because Morgan Meredith has left the field as well, and England have turned that ball over. Joe Mounsey, the cannonball centre for Newcastle University. Straight over the gain line. Here is Matthews attacking the line himself. And England straight back into the 22. This seesaw game continues to swing one way and the other. Still 13 minutes to go. McCaig off the left hand, lovely ball. Fletcher in the wide channel. Edward Giroud arrives.
Leave, leave, leave.
Well, he's told to leave 3 times. Lucky not to concede a penalty there. Eric Nixon. Loughborough loose head on. Little snipe by Breers. He's swallowed up, needs to get a knee on the floor.
Tackle, roll blue.
And now Boutier needs to get out of the way. Oh, Nathan James.
Tackle,
really
roll.
Giving France every opportunity here. Big chance, though, for England. That's Tom Gully, Exeter's tight head. Another dart at it from Kirkham. He's just short.
Player.
France will be back up to 15 shortly. Just look at those blue bodies defending that line, defending that lead. 36-38. What a game we've got in our hands. Barnaby Waddell is on. The Cardiff Met lock forward wearing number 19. England still short, just short. Agonisingly close to retaking the lead. And they are over! Tom Gully off the bench onto the scoreboard. England over 40. The 4th time the lead has changed hands. The 3rd time it's changed hands in the last 10 minutes. 41-38. And that man, Tom Gully, has used that ballast to put 5 points on the board.
Looks like McCaig as well taking over the goal kicking duties with Meredith off. Kicked very well in the Bucks Super Rugby semi-final and final.
To take another look at this try. So patient from England. France deserve huge credit for the number of phases that they managed to defend, but eventually the blue wall falls and Tom Gully gets the try. McCaig gets the conversion. It's a 5-point game. England 43, France 38. Phenomenal contest.
Yeah, it is, isn't it? But French aren't going to go away, are they? As long as they're within 7 points, I think they've still got a chance of winning this game, so they can turn it on in the second.
This is Nils Schally on the books with Racing 92. Serious talent, played 7s for France under-18s. Tore it up in the Rugby Europe Championship.
Backwards off blue.
And France have won that restart back. We've got tired bodies out there, and it means we are going 22-22. Oh, England are offside. There's the try scorer, Tonin. Barnaby Waddell a little bit too keen. Ooh, and Charlie McCaig is in there.
Blue scrum at.
Interesting decision for France now, because we've got 9 minutes to go. They're 5 behind, but this is 3 easy points.
Yeah, absolutely. I think you've got to take the 3. You get an opportunity again back down in the England half, and then you can slot another 3. So I think with 10 minutes to go, yeah, that's what they've gone with. We're going to take the 3.
It's good to know that amidst the chaos, there are still some clear heads out there.
Yeah, absolutely. That's exactly what you need, isn't it, in a game like this, in a tight contest, in a test match. So yeah, smart decision, I think, from the French.
Watch out for Waddell. Yeah, he's just gone a bit quickly there because Liam Remet took his time. Clever play from the replacement scrum half. And now Nils Schally. Opportunity for his first points. The silence falls. Followed by a loud blast on the whistle. The France supporters in fine voice, they're back within 2. It's 43-41. There is still rugby to be played. Still a game to be won. And still a player of the match to be chosen, Charlie Titcombe, which is a responsibility that is going to fall on you at some point. Edward Giroud might have been a touch offside there as England go a little bit deeper with that restart. Kicking it on to Paul Shaw.
No.
Which hasn't been the wisest of ideas.
Use it.
So far today. He has been absolutely outstanding. And good line speed.
Tackle, release.
Will Jeans told to release. And again, the referee being very, very patient with both teams, giving them ample warning. He doesn't want to give penalties. That's kicked straight to Tommy Matthews, who's got Pepper outside him. Pepper cuts back inside, gets away from the first and the second tackle. Physicality there from Pepper, but then France set themselves in defence. Good pickup again from Matthews. Good handling from him, but the offload good too. That's Fletcher looking for another option and finds it. Edward Giroud, Josiah Edward Giroud into the 22. Massive clear out. Oh, an illegal 2. England off their feet. Max Brew was there.
Thank you very much. 532 people here today watching the future of England and Clinching Rugby. Thank you.
Just as England was starting to get excited, they got a bit too excited. But then France do the same and miss touch with the penalty. Matthews. Slightly sliced that, and it might cost England here. Does cost England here. He was looking for the 50-22, but it came off the side of the boot.
Yeah, definitely the right idea. There was acres of space back left in France's backfield, but just off the outside of the boot. Eric Nixon as well, a Loughborough boy on. I think it's his first scrum now, so it'll be interesting to see how they go here.
It's Nixon on the loose head side. He's up against Luca Baudet. Highly rated Luca Baudet.
France! Bind! Set!
Liam Remet. Great moustache on the young man as it's in and out pretty quickly for France out the back, and again a kick in behind. Looking to play territory, the French. Perhaps thinking about trying to turn this line out over because they've done so well on that transition ball. But they're running out of time, less than 5 minutes to go. And the French do need a score. They've led for so much of this game. Ollie Fletcher still out there. What a shift he's put in at hooker.
Fine.
Dorel.
Yeah, good.
French all of a sudden.
Stop advancing!
Decent clearance kick, but Delormel. And here come the French. Nils Chalet from deep, lovely feet. Delormel, Durrell, great chase. Doesn't make the tackle, but allows Max Pepper to get there. And again, huge credit to the referee. Could have penalised Nixon there, but both teams have got away with a few of those. Now, is there a gap here for France to run into? Not just yet, but they're up to halfway. 76 minutes on our clock. Oh, and England offside again. They're too keen in midfield. Massive chance for France now. Tonin, scorer of 1 try. Inside ball's a beauty, so's the offload. Still playing penalty advantage. The clock still ticking. This feels like it could be the ball game as France break through. Marot, the loose head.
Advantage over.
So no advantage, but great field position. A score now would surely do it for France. Orcad finds Paul Champ, still Champ. He offloads to Orcad, who can't ground it, or can he?
Right.
Yes, he can. Aitor Orcad, the captain, sent to the sin bin, returns, and has he just scored the try that wins it for France? Unbelievable sequence of events. The 5th time the lead has changed hands. England 43, France 46. A game for the ages, and it's not done yet.
Again, it's those offloads, isn't it, down that touchline. Champ offload, back-to-back offloads, and it's yeah, that's a great finish. It's an excellent finish. There's an absolutely massive kick here to take it outside of a penalty.
Oh, Champ again. He's so strong in contact. And Aitor Orcad, villain to hero. It's so well there because Matthews was underneath him, but strong enough to roll and ground.
Yeah, correct. Yeah.
Incredible. Absolutely incredible. Huge kick for a 5-point lead. It's good. England 43, France 48. England need a try, or the trophy is heading back across the channel. Matthews sends it up. England give chase. Brilliant take high. Into the last minute.
40 seconds.
And the referee counting them down. Ollie Fletcher still out there. He's got to get onside. And now France have to be careful not to go off their feet and seal off here. 2 more phases should do it.
On the ball.
And they've got to make sure that it's a contest. If they seal off, it's an England penalty.
Use it!
And is that the final one? England can't get hands on that.
Okay, now.
And Liam Rimet. It's sent high into the stands. The France bench empties because they have come from behind to win a truly great test match. They led by 14. England fought back. They trailed, they led, they trailed, but eventually they found a way to do enough. France have come away from home and defeated England students. The first time they've tasted victory in 3 years. Revenge for what was meant to be their day in the sun this time last year. A simply stunning rugby match finishes. England students 43, France universities 48. Well, there's still plenty to talk through. We're going to be out on the pitch getting post-match reaction, hopefully positives from both teams. However, Charlie Titcombe, you need to select a player of the match.
Yeah, just from an England point of view before, so I'm going to give it to a Frenchman, but from an England point of view before I get into it, I think both centres played very well for England, Matthews and McCaig, and I think Durrell's obviously been excellent in the back row. I think both Hancock twins have been instrumental in the scrum, but I could give it to any of the French back three, I think, but I'm going to have to give it to Paul Champ. I think he's been absolutely electric on that left side. Offloading, being a running threat, and yeah, there's no wonder he's been playing for Stade Francais. He was absolutely outstanding today.
Well, while these players celebrate the end of a brilliant season, the end of a brilliant era for most of them, let's take a look at some of the highlights before we get out onto the pitch and try and get some post-match reaction. I mean, where do you start with a game like that? Absolutely incredible. We're going to go from the very start, in fact. This very first try that the player of the match, Paul Champ, had a say in. I mean, Antoine Lair, he absolutely lit it up, particularly in the first half.
Yeah, he was excellent, isn't it? We spoke a lot about those little chips over the top. He had everything: kicking game, little chips, running game, linking with the back three. Yeah, he was excellent, wasn't he?
And then France doubled their lead. Up went Will Jeans. Unfortunately, England couldn't secure the ball, and Lilian Rinaldo went over. Nice offload, great awareness, and that's ultimately what won the game for France. Their support lines, their willingness to throw it about and play brilliant rugby. But England played some brilliant rugby themselves. That was Will Jeans with the big crash ball, and then Tommy Matthews with the delicate touch. He was one of the players that you highlighted, had a great game for England.
Yeah, he was excellent, wasn't he? He slotted into 10 there at the end, but just this passing game, I think his decision making was good. Worked well alongside McCaig as well.
Well, those are the celebrations for the French team. That is a hard-earned victory for them as we continue to look at the tries from the first half. Some lovely link up there between Kirkham and Jeans, and then Green finding Meredith. He got into double figures in terms of points, and it was actually his boot that kicked England into that second half lead. But every time England got within touching distance, France found a way. That was Urquhart, Genest, Van de Ven, and then Antoine Lair getting his second try. The Colomiers man gave England so many headaches, but England gave France plenty of their own. This was Ollie Fletcher. What an 80-minute shift he put in, the Newcastle hooker. Just before half-time, made it 19-21. As the players make their way through the tunnel, England will be hurting after that. Such a disappointing end to a remarkable performance, but huge credit must go to France. So at 19-21, the chat was maybe try and tighten it up, maybe try and win the game that way, but neither team were having any of it, and it was France who struck first in the second half. Thibaut Carry, that was his last contribution over the try line. That was converted, and France extended the lead. Some of the tries they scored, absolutely outstanding. This one as well, that was Van de Ven out of the back door. Daguerre finding Delormel. Josiah Edwards-Giroud did everything he could. Massive shot, but the way he rode that contact. And then it was that man, Paul Champ, who was on the end of it, had so much to do. But sometimes these determined back three players, when they put the hammer down, there's only ever going to be one result. But England refused to die. This time it was Josiah Edwards-Giroud. His second time playing for this England students team. Came on as a replacement and got himself a try in the corner. But those are celebrations, celebrations of joy, celebrations of relief, and celebrations of a job well done. Incredible by Le Bleu, 48-43 as we take a look at the final few scores. Again, England went to the set piece. It was Louis Kirkham, the Leeds Beckett man, who went over to give them some belief. But France were not to be denied. They didn't stay behind for long. Valentin Tonin, the Nîmes man, He had a little nudge in behind and then spotted the smallest of gaps. But then England got themselves in close range again. Tom Gully, the Exeter man. What a great season Exeter had, winning the league and playing their part in an epic final. And he nearly set up an epic finale here. Tom Gully to wrestle back the lead for England. But France had one more magic trick, and Aitor Urquhart getting that second touch. Tommy Matthews did so well to get underneath him, but Urquhart knew exactly where he was, exactly what he had to do, and he won it for France. The full-time score, 43-48. Those smiles are going to continue. We are going to grab a microphone, and we're going to go and get some post-match reaction. Well, fantastic scenes here. These young players celebrating in groups of teams that they play for. The last time they'll ever be together as a group, and we have got a player of the match. Parlez-vous anglais?
Un petit peu, a little bit.
Good. Okay. Firstly, congratulations. What a performance. What a game. You played a massive part in it. Assists and tries. First of all, tell us what it means to win in this French jersey here in England today.
It was a very good pleasure because the two last year we won, we lose. So it will be a very good pleasure to win. It was a very nice game. So,
how special has this group of players been? I can see you all celebrating now, old teammates, new teammates, and you've all played with smiles on your faces. It feels like you've had a great few days and a great experience.
Yeah, well, it was a very short period to prepare the game, and we make a very good connection together. So, yeah, yeah, very nice group.
Well, the celebrations have started. How are you all going to celebrate together tonight?
I don't know, but it will be a very nice night. So I think very good party tonight.
Okay, congratulations. Well played, well played. Lucas, that's one of the best rugby matches I've ever seen in my life, and you've been involved in a few of those, whether it's been for England or whether it's been for Exeter. I'm sure you're disappointed with the result, but the experience and the match, what are your immediate feelings?
Look, you know, I think a result like that's not really a reflection of the week we've had. You know, like I said throughout the week, it's great to come in, a new group of boys, and to make so many good mates, and it's a shame we couldn't get the result out there, but you know, we're still going to enjoy each other's company as always, and yeah, no, I can't complain about the experience. Really, not a great experience.
Tell us about this group of lads then, because you had to show a lot of character. 14-0 down in the first 10 minutes, and you were this close to pulling off something really special.
Yeah, look, you know, like I said, it's a tight group of boys. We're never going to stop working for each other, so yeah, when we went 14-0 down there, we knew that we still had plenty in the tank and that it was only the start. So then when we got the ball rolling, it was only a matter of time before getting another score. So, you know, I mean, the result wasn't there in the end. I think we just ran out of time a bit there, but you know, what can you do? It's a credit to the French. They played a great game today, and you know, hopefully we can come back next year and turn the result around.
You talk about this special group of boys, and it always seems to be the case. Whenever Daz puts a group together, you all seem to bond immediately. You all seem to enjoy each other's company. You seem to play great rugby. Why is it so special when you put these bunch of boys together?
You know, it's all credit to the coaches there. they do so well of getting us in, getting us to become a team within 1 week. You know, they said it on Sunday when they set the scene that, you know, what we wanted to get out of this week, and then it's only, you know, we're staying. We were staying there at RAF Cosford. We were all together all the time. You know, we had roomies. Everyone had roomies. We were hanging out all the time, and in a matter of a week, to make a group like that, you can only credit the coaches and the boys. And yeah, like I said, I'm just real grateful for the experience.
Some of the rugby you played is absolutely unbelievable. How much of that is coach-driven? How much of that's player-driven?
You know, I mean, it's a bit of both. Like the coaches say, they can only give us the system. The system's not going to win it. So at the end of the day, when we come out of the field, it's 15 of us out there, and you know, at that point, it's all about us. So, I mean, it's a split thing that the coaches can only do so much. After that, it's the players that got to do it. But yeah, like I said, a real credit has to go out to the coaches for doing what they did for us.
We like to concentrate on positives, and you talked about enjoying each other's company. So what happens tonight?
I think we got something set up there with the families, and then we'll probably show the French boys around Warwick, so you see what it has to offer, and yeah, just enjoy the night.
Enjoy it, you deserve it.
Cheers.
Well played, well played.
Thank you.
Right then, you said you'd talk to me after the game.
Yes.
And here we are, a stunning game, two great teams, but your boys found a way. You must be incredibly proud of that performance.
Yes, I'm very proud with my players, because today it's a big match. Today it's Super 14 match. We see the scoring now, and okay, so the English team scored try after us, and we play. We want to play passing game. We want to play fast, and today it's amazing scoring. Well, we are very proud.
14-0 up after 10 minutes. You must have thought, oh, this is easy, we're done. But England found a way to make it tough for you.
Yes, because we know the spirit of the English team. So after they have a big line out, and they score here with a penalty touch. But we are confident with our game, with our playing game, and so today we are very happy, because we lose the two games before this, and today I'm very proud. Very proud.
The quality of the game is obvious, but how pleased are you with the character of your team to have to come from behind not once but twice and score a great try at the end to win it?
Yes, because you know, now we have just 2 days to work and to prepare this match, and we say to the players that they are on the field, and the staff is around the field, and they decide for the game what is positive, and today they believe in the playing game, so that's amazing.
And finally, do you have a message in French for the supporters who are watching back home?
Yes, aujourd'hui, on a vengé l'équipe de France féminine, on a vengé les U20 en venant gagner chez les Anglais. Pour nous, c'est exceptionnel, donc voilà. Merci à vous.
Merci. Congratulations.
Merci à
well
vous.
played. Daz, they say the despair you can deal with, but it's the hope that kills you, and boy oh boy, that group gave you some hope today, didn't they?
Yeah, listen, credit to them. I thought both teams gave everything. I thought France were exceptional, their special awareness, they keep the ball alive, the support, the continuity, I thought they were exceptional. But our lads, yeah, 14-0 down, obviously it was disappointing, but they took the chances well, and then we came back into it, and obviously we took the lead at one point. It was back and forth, wasn't it? So yeah, I can imagine it was a good game for the neutral.
Yeah, and I'm sure if I ever meet any neutrals, then they'll tell me it was a great game. But 43-48, that really tells a story, doesn't it? And we spoke before the game, we spoke in the week about a special group. We just spoke to Lucas there, who's been a great captain for you. You've brought a group together as well who've managed to put on a spectacle, thousands watching around the world and hundreds here. The university game, the student game, both in France and in England and in Wales, is in a really great spot, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, you saw some exceptional rugby on show there, and I've just said to the lads there, like, it doesn't take away from this week. Like, they've been brilliant, they've bought in, the commitment, like, they're a really good group. And then, like, these have got the careers in front of us, these players, both sets of players, so they're going to learn so much from this to be able to play in front of a crowd and on a live stream, and this is only going to help their careers moving forward.
How were they in the huddle after the game?
So they've just lost in an England shirt, and the competitors, like, they were disappointed, but yeah, they can learn from this, and we will learn from this. I think it reflected they had 10 returners, we had 3. Like, they were a bit more cohesive on the field. We maybe maybe got some things that we'd probably work on if we played again next week. But listen, they're disappointed, but we'll come back together. We'll enjoy the evening and we'll move forward with our careers.
One more year?
Let's see. It's not my decision.
Congratulations, mate. Fantastic. Heitor, congratulations. You. Oh, look at the boys behind you. You look like you're going to have a lot of fun tonight. You've got a huge smile on your face. Where does this win, this experience, rank in terms of your rugby career so far?
Well, sorry for my English. We have a we stay a little time in a team, so we have to we have been to do simple things, and
But one of the simple things you did was score the try that won the game at the end. Talk us through that moment and what it meant to you to score the winning points. I tell you what, have you got a message en français for the fans back home? Oh man. Un message en français for the fans?
Non, franchement, on est hyper content. On était derrière tout le monde, derrière l'équipe à la fin. On se l'est dit qu'on allait gagner et on l'a fait. We say we have to win, and we win.
Congratulations, go be with the boys. You've got to have a big night tonight. Right, who else is there left to talk to? Come with me. Where's Charlie Titcombe gone, the part-timer? Let's try and find some England players. Have you seen Charlie? Rich, where's he gone? Unbelievable. He's meant to be our analyst and he's just disappeared. Let's gate crash Morgan, come and have a chat to us. Very, very, very well, mate. How are you after that? Because it was a heck of a contest.
Yeah, I'm all right. Boys are a bit tough about it, but yeah, it's what it is, though, isn't it? Good game from the French, to be fair.
Well, it certainly was, and it was a great fight back from you as well. You gave yourself every chance, every opportunity. And how has it capped off this season? Because it's been phenomenal for you, that late league charge, lifting the Buck Super Rugby trophy, and now we're in the Red Rose.
Yeah, it's been a decent season. Started a bit rough, but then obviously the late charge is pretty good. Winning the cup, very excited about that, and then obviously making England unis was unreal. To be with these boys as well is class.
Well, talk to us about these boys then, because that's what everyone has said. The experience, the coaching, the group that you've put together, the night out tonight. There's a lot to look forward to.
Yeah, so obviously came here on Sunday. Didn't know many of the lads, but then we've just gelled throughout the week and it's just been class. Everyone's getting to know each other. Just feel like a proper team at the end of it, really. Yeah.
Any big, well, you can't tell us any stories, but who have been the sort of standout characters, the glue boys who've brought you all together?
100% the twins. Like every time, they're always getting all the lads involved and they're just class. When they're with each other, you just can't stop laughing. So yeah, they're pretty class, those two. Yeah.
Commiserations today, but phenomenal season. Let's get rid of one left pretend and bring another one in. Let's get your final thoughts. Well, where have you been, by the way? I've been looking for you for 10 minutes.
I've just been mingling, seeing some old pals, seeing some Frenchmen. I saw a couple Frenchmen as I was going out the back, and they were, after kick-off, they were in the bar after about 30 seconds, so I think they'll have a good night tonight.
Well, I'm not surprised, because that is some occasion to be a part of, whether you're a player, a coach, a fan. Everyone seems to have really bought in.
Yeah, definitely. I think from both sides as well. It was a quality game, wasn't it? I think it was 13 tries in the end. It's outrageous, and I think even the England boys are obviously gutted, but they know they've played their part in a massive game there, and I'm sure they'll learn a lot as individuals and as a team, but they're proud as well. You know, they've represented their country. They could have come out with the win, but they're proud as well. And the French, obviously, you saw their celebrations at the end. They were buzzing.
It means a huge amount to them. Thank you for your company today, and thank you for your company as well. If that is the first game of university rugby you've watched, we'll be back next season. Hopefully you'll be back with us. RFU, WRU, make sure that these fixtures not only carry on, but they grow. Simply stunning. France versus England, fingers crossed, next year. France defending the trophy they've won back. England desperate to win it back. Hopefully we'll see you then. But until then, have a great weekend. Enjoy the sunshine. Goodbye.